Hey guys, Michael here. Thanks for tuning into another video. I hope the last few videos that I've done you've enjoyed and or learned something new. But today I'm going to show you three more mods that you can do to your hard body lures. Mod number 1. Have you guys ever been out on the water and you've just got your hard bodies and they're mostly floating? You might have some sinking ones, but you've got a floating lure that you really like, the color, the action. You just want to keep using it because you've just got confidence in this lure. But the fish are down deep. This little mod that I've come by, I know you can buy things that you can put on your lures to be able to help them sink down, but this way, put on how much weight you want, or you can take off how much you want as well, and it can stay in the same area. So I'll quickly show you what I mean and how to do it as well. So you've got your nice floating lure that you really enjoy. So what you do is, I tend to take this treble off. So get yourself some, what are these called? Split ring pliers. These are very small ones and I do recommend these ones. These are an Australian brand, a Wilson brand. I'm not too sure if you can get them anywhere else except in Australia, but these work very well. And anyway, back to the video. So you want to take off that split ring with that treble on it. Okay, so just put your lure off to the side and now you've got your treble. Right, here comes the magic. So in fly fishing stores, you can pick up this stuff called lead wire. And it's nice and thin and it wraps around quite nicely. And so anyway, I thought I'd give that a go. So what I do is I usually grab the treble hook, put it on there like so, and then I'll just start wrapping it on. And just wrap on as much as you need. Now, if you find that your lure is still not sinking, you can just continue the wrap back up. I wouldn't go any more than 2 times. It can get a bit too thick on there. And just snap it off like so. And there you have your hook with lead on it. And it's quite surprising how much lead you don't actually need to make your floating lure sink. Then you just repeat the process backwards and just put your hook back on your favorite hard body lure. Just like that. There you go. Mod number 2. So one day you might find yourself out on the water and you have no top water lures. They're just hitting on the surface, they're hitting cicadas, they're hitting all different range of insects on the top. This one here I actually came by accident because I was just mucking around with my lures, just having a bit of fun. For this mod, I've also found that it's a little bit of trial and error trying to find out which lure works best. The lures that I've found that work better are the ones that have a more steep bib angle, like so. And this one here. I made this one for my daughter, like a pirate lure. You need a floating lure for this. And so I tend to take a floating lure and I'll take the hooks off. These here are double hooks and I love them because you don't need any split rings for them. So you take them off and so you have your hard body with no hooks on it. And now this is where the crazy stuff happens. You take your hook and reverse it. Put the hook on the front of the lure. Get your second hook. And so you have your lure with the hook on the front where the bib is. And then you tie onto this end. And now when you cast this out, you can even roll it slowly and it'll have that kind of effect. But if you pull this through the water like a walk the dog, so a twitch, 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 this will just work like a top water. And it will just wiggle like so. If you ever find yourself and you've got no top water lures, give that a go. Give that a crack. Mod number 3. So this mod here, I would fly fishing. Okay, so you might have just caught that. So, but you can still do it with a spinning rod and not with a bubble float because a bubble float is like a cannonball hitting the water, scaring everything away. So this idea, I didn't come up with myself. There's a YouTube video out there and he's got amazing amount of videos on his channel. He's got one playlist dedicated to this type of fishing. It is using a hard body for fly fishing. People use bubble floats and I have had no success with those. They're usually too heavy. I just really don't like fishing with them. How you fish with this is pretty much the same as a bubble float, but it is nowhere near as invasive as a bubble float is. So all this is you take the hooks off your hard body, tie a line on, and this is a pretty crude looking fly, but anyway, you tie a fly on. Now this length here is not long enough. You probably want at least half or nearly 3/4 of a length of line on your spin rod. Again, This is not my idea, but it works so well. Cast out, and just before, let me just explain with the reel. So you cast out, and just before the hard body hits the water, you'll grab your line, and that will flick that fly up and over and down. And that's it. And then if you're dry fly fishing, you can just let it sit there. If you're wet fly fishing, you can slowly, just like a soft plastic, just bring it back through. So again, it's not my idea, so I'll leave the link in the comments so you guys can go over to his page and learn how to do it. Thanks again, guys, for coming and watching another video on my channel. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learned something today. Leave a comment down below to tell me if you've had these ideas before or any other ideas. Until next time, guys, tight lines, and just remember to always give it a crack. See you guys.